In today's episode of Value in My Toy Collection, we're going to value our awesome collection of Warner Brothers merchandise and some Looney Tunes items. Hey everyone, my name's Chris. I'm a full-time beauty pageant director as my career, but in my spare time, I'm a huge toy collector. I've been collecting toys now for over 40 years. You can officially call me a toyaholic. Thanks so much for checking out my YouTube channel. My channel consists mainly of two things: beauty pageants, which I love, and toys, which I love even more. My dream in life has always been to own a toy museum. So it's finally happened. I've bought a building, and now I've got to move this massive collection and value it into the building. We're calling it the Toy Vault because it's an old bank building located in Crystal Springs, Mississippi that actually has two large vaults. So now I'm just going to make a ton of videos and value my toy collection. And then I'm going to make some where I take you shopping with me to thrift stores and flea markets and toy stores to let you see where I find all these goodies. So let's start this episode of Value in My Toy Collection and value some toys. Well, let's get started with this huge Yosemite Sam plush. He's worth about $20. One of my favorite characters, love him. This vintage Bugs Bunny bank. It's worth about $30. And believe it or not, this little Marvin the Martian 10 round ball bank is worth $20. This little Looney Tunes Christmas countdown still in the box is worth about $20. And these little Jester sticks, this one's with Taz on the top, he's worth about $10. And then I have another Jester stick of Daffy at the top, also worth about $10. And then we have these little tins. They're Russell Stover candy tins, and they came with a little figure. I think some of them still have the figure inside. So we'll just say these are worth about $6 each. And I think that's what I paid for them. I either paid $6 or $8 each at a flea market in Arkansas during one of our little vacations. Always picking up little treasures on vacations. That's what makes a vacation fun for me, actually. We have a Roger Rabbit PVC figure. He's worth about $8. Love Who Framed Roger Rabbit. This little What's Up Doc Bugs Bunny card is worth about $5. It's metal. And then we have this Sylvester ceramic mug worth at least $12. And then we have this really cool Marvin the Martian necktie worth at least $5. Probably more than that, but we'll say $5. Well, we have some little Happy Meal toys. We have Porky Pig. He's worth about $5. And then Bugs playing the cymbals over Daffy's head worth about $5. And then we have this Uncle Sam Bugs Bunny plush worth about $10. And then we have a little Slappy the Squirrel figure from McDonald's worth about $5. I think that's from Animaniacs. I love that show, Animaniacs. So cute. Then we have a bunch of loose figures here. We're just going to say $3 each. I know some of these are worth more than that, but I don't want to go look up every single one. So I think there's a total of 10. So that'll be another $30 we can add to our total. Clarabelle the cow. I can't remember. I think she's Disney. I'm pretty sure she's Disney. So I have to separate all this when I get it to the toy museum too, but it'll be a labor of love. I can't wait to get it all moved. It's just taking me forever to pack it all up because I'm videotaping everything to kind of inventory it all and to see what we actually own and to see what the value is because I've been collecting so many years. I don't even know what it's worth. Here's a Mickey Mouse lanyard. It's worth about $9. And then we have this little metal Daffy lunchbox. It's worth about $10. And then this little Paddington the Bear book from Chick-fil-A worth about $4. I have a little imitation Grover from China. He's worth about $2. And then this cute little granny figure. She's worth about $15. And then we have a little Daffy Duck Happy Meal toy worth about $4. Little Roadrunner Kaleidoscope worth about $4. Got this little candy Christmas container house worth about $15. And a Babs Fortune Teller Happy Meal toy worth about $8 now. Super cute. See if she'll tell us anything. Nope, same thing. Alright, we have a Taz necktie. He's probably worth about $5, maybe a little bit more, but we'll say $5. And then a Wile E. Coyote mug from the Warner Brothers store. He's worth about $15. have this really cool Six Flags porcelain plate worth $25. And then we have a Marvin the Martian alarm spaceship worth about $35. And then we have a couple plush from Tiny Toons. We have Buster Bunny, he's worth about $10. And then we have Babs Bunny, also worth about $10. Then we have this. This was in our last video we did with all of our Sesame Street items. It was worth about $15. It's hard to keep all this stuff straight. What goes with what? Have a little Tweety Bird Christmas plush worth about $7. And we have from Marvin the Martian, his faithful dog as a beanie. He's worth about $15. And then we have Marvin the Martian. He's also worth about $15. Then we have a large Babs Bunny plush. She just needs a bath. She's worth about $15. And then we have another Marvin the Martian plush worth about $15. And a big Daffy plush worth about $8. Have a whole set of vintage Christmas lights worth at least $10, probably more than that, but we'll say $10. And then we have this Tweety Bird alarm clock worth $20. We have these really cool Looney Tune Hot Wheel cars, and they're worth about $12 each still in the pack, and they're all still in mint condition. And each one is just so great. The packaging is so colorful, and the cars are so cute. Easily worth $12 each. I wouldn't be surprised if they eventually go up in value.
You make me look. You got it all inside of you. Feel it to be true. And when you dance, I'm in the groove.
And we have Marvin Martian spaceship from the Happy Meal toys worth $6. We have the Space Cadet Pig. He's worth about $15. And we have these little Happy Meal flip cars where they have characters on each side, and they're worth a good $4 each. We have 3 of those, so that's another $12 we can add to our grand total. I have this little Tweety Bird bobblehead sitting on his luggage. He's worth about $6. Super cute. And then we have this little Animaniacs toy. He's probably worth about $3. Let's see what else we have. Oh, we have this really cool Marvin the Martian spaceship alarm clock worth about $35. I've had that a long time, since I was like a high school senior. Have some Looney Tunes stamps. They're worth about $5 for the page of stamps. And then we have this Marvin the Martian telephone worth about $60. I was really into Marvin the Martian at one time. Everybody was buying me Marvin the Martian everything, so I got a huge collection of it. All right, we had that little glass worth about $7 and the Porky Rattle worth about $8. Had this vintage Mickey Mouse trash can worth $35 with a life vest inside worth about $20. This little teddy bear with the Tasmanian Devil shirt's about $15. And George of the Jungle is worth about $10. Well, I valued Tweety a little bit earlier. Again, he's worth about $7. And then we've got a ton of these figures. Most of these figures are worth about $7 each because Marvin the Martian's collectible. This one on the base is worth $20. He's pretty valuable. And then the exploding one, well, this one's worth $7. And the dog is worth $15. I'm trying to find that exploding one. $7. Oh, there he is. The exploding one, he's worth about $10. And these small ones, again, are worth about $7 each. You just got a ton of them. Space Cadet's worth $10, and then Daffy's worth about $7. And then the collapsible figure, he's worth about $12. Now the big figure, he's worth about $9. And then we have these little frames. This small frame here is worth about $15, and this large frame's worth about $22. This bobblehead's really rare. He's worth about $60, and I've had him a long time. And next we have this statue of Marvin and his dog, and it's worth about $50. Next up, I have this Marvin the Martian pen. I've got to go look him up. I think he's real gold. On eBay, they're all gold, and they're worth like over $100, so I'm not going to value him just yet. I'm going to have to go do some research on him. Maybe take him to the pawn shop, because if he's worth $100 or $200, I'm afraid I'm going to have to sell him. I didn't even know I had it. All right, let's see what else we have up here. We have this whole little glass jar of pens. All right, we have this one. It came from the Warner Brothers store. It was a fancy pen. It's worth about $8. We have a Marvin character pen worth about $6. This big sucker spinner holder worth about $6. A Taz Tornado pen worth about $4. A Daffy pen, he's worth about $5. And then that other fancy pen from the Warner Brothers store worth about $8. And then the glass itself is probably worth about $4. And then we have this little magnet. He's worth about $5. And then another Roger Rabbit holding dynamite is worth $7. And another Marvin figure. He's worth about $4. And then these little Roger Rabbits that has suction cups on their hand you'd put on your car window. They're worth about $12 each. Then we have this really cool Looney Tunes Christmas plate. It's worth about $25. They all have names and numbers on the back, so you can keep up with them. They don't really keep their value a whole lot, though. This Tiny Toon cereal box is worth about $15, and I love it. Love the graphics on it. This Bugs Bunny Christmas plate is worth about $22, and this giant Roger the Rabbit plush in the back is worth $30. Now, I have a Tweety Bird hanging from the ceiling. He's worth $30 on a wire swing. And then we have our Warner Brothers toys. Now, I love the Animaniacs, and these figures are all worth about $5 to $10 each, so we'll just say $5 on most of them to keep it simple. But a couple of them I do need to point out that I know are worth more than $5, but I think $5 each will be fair for the pricing of the video, because I don't like to value my stuff too much. I like to keep it realistic in value. Now this Yakko figure on the ball, it is worth $10. And then this one's Dot, just another $5. Let's see what else we have. That's another $5 one. And then we have Wacko's head. He's worth about $8. And then we have him on the washing machine, worth about $4. And then this is actually Mickey Mouse. He's on the Tower of Terror, worth $5. Here's another little $5 figure. And then all the characters on the little spinning wheels worth about $7. And then we have an Elmira figure. She's worth about $8. Have the little Happy Meal train worth about $5. And then we have this little pink bird named Sweetie. She's worth about $10. Then we have this from Six Flags. It's pretty valuable. It's worth $45 to $60. I'm glad I got that when I went on vacation. And then we have the one with Pinky and the Brain from Six Flags, worth $30. And then we have the Pinky and the Brain Valentine figures. They're worth $25 for that set. So surprising. Have this big Pinky head. He's worth about $8. And then we have Pinky sitting in the globe, worth about $12. Have this really cute Animaniacs candy box. It's worth about $10. And then we have this little Yosemite Sam pen that's worth about $7. Now he's over in the wrong category, but we've got this vintage Mickey Mouse plastic figure worth $16. An Animaniacs thermos worth about $15. And the little TV set worth about $5. Then we have the big plush. We have Dot. Dot's worth about $25. Then we have Wacko. He's worth about $20. And then we have Yakko, who's worth about $25. And this really cute Animaniacs porcelain plate. It's worth about $35. We have a lunchbox with a thermos worth about $30. This old vintage school box that's worth about $12. Everybody had one of those when I was a kid. That might have been mine. I can't remember. Have a little Elmer Fudd figure still on the card worth about $17. And a Roger Rabbit book worth about $10. And then hiding in the back, we have a pack of Marvin the Martian mask for like a party. I paid 20 cents for on clearance, worth about $8 now. Then we have this little patch. It's worth about $2. Couple more little figures. Daffy's worth about $5. This is a little ornament. He's worth about $5 of the Tasmanian Devil. He's flocked. Then the Bugs is worth about $5. Sylvester and Tweety, probably $5, maybe a little bit more. We'll say $5. And then Sylvester by himself, another $5. And we have this one, Michigan J Frog figure. He's worth $18. He's pretty collectible. We have a Taz Pest Dispenser worth about $5, and a Yosemite Sound Pest Dispenser also worth about $5. And then we have this Tasmanian watch worth at least $10. I couldn't find it on eBay. And this old Tasmanian Devil cologne bottle, empty, worth at least $12. I have this little Tweety Bird tea set. It's not complete, so it's probably worth at least $10 in this condition. Then we have these really cool Taz and Mrs. Taz salt and pepper shakers worth $45. I have this Elmer and the Fudd bust on a column worth at least $40. It went all the way up to $80. And then this Looney Tune pins of Taz worth $15. And this old Tweety bobblehead's worth about $12. This keychain is worth about $12. And then this Bugs Bunny glass, it's worth about $10. And all these vintage erasers inside are worth about $3 each, and we have 12. So that's another $36 we get to add to our total just for plastic erasers. Little Dizzy Devil ornament still in the box worth about $11. And this Looney Tune plate worth about $21. Got these really cool Road Runner bookends. Let me see if this Bugs Bunny is with him. I don't think it is. Well, anyway, the bookends, I've had them forever, and they're worth about $85. They're not chipped or broken or anything, so they'll look really good in the toy museum. And yeah, that Bugs does come off. I knew it did. So that's a pretty cool set of bookends. The Bugs Bunny Doctor figure is worth about $6. The ceramic witch plate's worth about $28, and the Marvin the Martian's plate's worth about $20, and then the apartment frame's worth $30. Then our Pinky and the Brain salt and pepper shakers are worth $50, and the cookie jar is worth $100. That really went up in value and stayed really collectible. With our previous 233 videos of value in my toy collection for our YouTube channel, our total was $665,961. When we add this video of our Warner Brothers and Looney Tune items, we can add another $2,345 to our grand total, which means for episode 234, our grand total for value in my toy collection is $668,306. Now remember guys, I am no millionaire. I've just been collecting toys for about 40 years, going to garage sales and flea markets, thrift stores, and looking on eBay, and it's just accumulated to this big old massive total. So guys, thank you so much for watching these videos. I certainly am enjoying making them, and I'm off to make some more videos to keep value in this collection and just see what all I have. And if you want to see the toys up close or follow us closer, you can also find us on Facebook under the Toy Vault of Mississippi. Again, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you at the next video.